Hey guys, welcome once again to Good News Jamaica's Hidden Gems. Today we're located in St. Andrew with Roland Henry, a lover of creating unique dishes and now owner of 2 restaurants.
Yes.
Roland, what going?
There, brother.
Alright, cool, blessings. So this is an awesome establishment. As soon as I walk in, I just feel at home. And the smell of the food just have me a think, say, yeah, I need to buy a dish. So before I leave, I make sure I get my dish. So Roland, just a quick start. What is one Jamaican proverb that stand out to you and why?
My mother always I say, nothing can happen before it's time. And to me, yeah, I'm 50 years old. And
which part of it?
Every part of me. And just, you know, me and my mom have a great relationship. And she always, you know, when you're younger, you don't listen and you kind of get the beating from life experience and stuff. But overall, I realized what she was trying to say to me. And I was like, just ease, you know, focus, dedicate yourself, commit yourself,
and when it's
have some discipline, and you will actually see things start manifesting.
Okay, so give me an idea of where did this love for food and cooking start from?
The funny thing is, I was a dishwasher at the age of 14. And every day I sneak over to the line and I'll try to pick up 1 or 2 things, and eventually I started learning, and the guys were they was receptive. They was teaching me and showing me how things went. And one day somebody didn't show up for work and my boss is like going crazy. I was like, how are we going to manage now? And I said, I can't run the line. I said, yo, move for yourself, go back over there, go wash dishes, whatever. And I said, I can actually run the line. And he said, don't fail me. And I went there and I performed well, and they offered me the position as a pantry chef at that time.
At 14?
Yeah, at 14. Nice. And then I learned fry, and then I learned broil. Eventually, at the age of 17, I was a supervisor for that said establishment.
Oh, so you see your mother saying, come to pass. Love it. So from that avenue, like, where did you go next?
I went, all right, after that, I don't know if you want to call it ambition. I had a drive though. I wanted more, you know, coming from a poor background and family of 5 brothers and 1 sister. 1 bedroom, you know, the struggle is real, you know, and in order to elevate, you had to be educated. So, quote unquote, even though I knew the job, I had to be certified or have papers saying that I was qualified for the position, and I wanted to be a manager. Anyway, I was offered the MIT program from the company, which I pursued. I also left the job, I resigned and went back to culinary school.
So hold on, so for those who don't know, what is the MIT program?
It's a management and training program for the restaurant, for the corporation. And but that was just for them. I wanted a wider range. I went to culinary school and I won a scholarship for Cordon Bleu. So from there, it was just the sky's the limit. And you know, you have your bumps in the road.
Of course,
you deviate from your goals due to love, money, and all of these things. But it's all a part of the journey. I'm here now, and I'm actually doing this.
So this is your 2nd location. How did you acquire your 1st location, and where is that located?
The 1st location, actually, I was supposed to go at Marketplace, and for circumstances didn't work out. COVID came in, place locked down, people getting laid off. It's like you had to be innovative. You had to kind of become creative and make ways. And in my backyard, I created this restaurant. This beautiful restaurant.
Right in the backyard. It's kind of ironic, kind of like throughout all the interviews, this one word keeps on coming up: creativity. And especially with what's been going on for the past 2.5 years, like persons were forced to actually delve deep and bring out that creativity to make things work.
Yes.
So with you had the opportunity to, like you said, go to Marketplace. That didn't work out. But
no, I worked for Fromage. I was the manager for Fromage.
Okay.
I was the manager for Tracks and Records.
Okay.
I created and helped Lisa and Kirchin with Zach's Marketplace.
Nice.
That whole concept, I was all a part of that.
But as far as your own space, though,
no,
that didn't work off a Marketplace, but you didn't let that hold you back.
No, you can't. All right, it's just this is me though. They said if you can't go through it, you go around it. If you can't go around it, you go over it. If you can't go over it, you go under it. You just find a way. I mean, it wasn't easy and it's still not easy.
Definitely.
You know, a lot of people don't understand being an entrepreneur is a lot of sacrifice. You could out there party, drive big car, and you can do those things because the money is there to do that. But at the end of the day, when you squander that, then what you have to show?
To invest.
I'm creating jobs for young people, as you can see. Everybody is trying to make a way. This also helps me and helps them as well as even my community.
Which is most important. So let's go back to your community. So you said that you started the restaurant in your backyard.
Yes.
So like how was that being able to create something where you're from and like you said create jobs for those around you and provide good food?
The reception was awesome. I'm not even gonna lie. And everybody if I understand, right now the market is slow. We just literally open back up.
Okay.
So eventually things will start picking back up. But overall, my community was welcoming. They supported me as much as they could. You understand? And I tried to accommodate them cost efficiently.
Definitely.
Because demographics plays a role in restaurants.
For sure.
You know, location is key. Now we're here on Constant Spring. We still want to give that same quality at the same rate where people can afford to. Because it's hard times right now. It's going to take us a couple of years to recover.
To recover, for sure, for sure. But the most important thing is just to keep on.
Yeah, pushing.
Keep on pushing.
You know, and you find ways, and you interact as we interact with our customers. We'll find out what they want, what's the price range that they're able to afford, and so forth. So those things will definitely transpire and allow us to make better decisions and make adjustments with the prices as well as with the food.
So what's the inspiration for RKK?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, well, for me anyway, my father and my mother were my role models. Okay. And I believe that I'm a role model for my kids in some form. So showing them that being an entrepreneur, representing them as well as myself. Okay. Yeah, I think it's a good thing.
And what's the RKK stands for?
Roland, Kyria, and Canary. My two daughters.
Most proud of daddy. Most proud of daddy. Love it. So, what is one or two gems you can impart on those who, in this current state, recovering from COVID, even though COVID is still around, but what is one or two gems you can impart on those who might want to venture into the entrepreneur world and might be hesitant to do so?
First of all, find good people. That's number one for me. I mean, you can't put a price on good people. You know, that's number one. I can't express it enough. Number two is plan. Plan. I mean, plan. Know what you're doing, know your costs, know where you're going to get your resources from, have all of that in store. Remember, I was working with companies, so I was making contacts along the way, so the transition for me was a little bit easier. Plus, I have all this experience internationally as well as locally. Okay. So that gave me a big advantage over a lot of persons that might just want to do something.
I just want to jump into.
You know,
okay.
You got to do the research.
So plan.
Yes, plan properly.
All right, love that. So what's next for RKK?
RKK is the big bang, what I call it, because it's my last, is a mini resort in Portland.
People, look out for you today.
I have a few more months before my banks would allow me to get that funding in order to invest in that venture.
And I just said that, you know, like for me, Portland is it, you know. Listen to me. People.
It's a future. It's
yes, man.
The future. I mean, anybody who's been watching the market will know that tourism will be in Portland big time.
Big. And
yes.
Portland is, for me, Portland represents retro Jamaica.
Yes.
80s, 90s,
the water,
greenery,
the rivers, the seas,
everything.
Just the whole conscious scene is there. It's natural. And I want to be a part of that.
Yeah, so people look out for RKK in Portland. I'll definitely be at that resort because Portland is my spot. Right. Listen to me, I love what you're doing and just to see the strides from where you're coming from to where you are and where you intend to be is an awesome thing and it's a motivation for others. Definitely. Right? Because it definitely shows that it can be done. Right? How can people get in contact with you if need be? Do you guys do deliveries?
Yes, we do deliveries. Okay. We're on Instagram, RKK Restaurant and Catering. We're on Facebook, RKK Restaurant and Catering. Our phone number, you can have mine because that would be the business number eventually. 876-487-1703. We're located in Constant Spring 103 Consumer Plaza, Shop 12, and in Marvelly 63 Denver Crescent, Kingston 20.
So people make sure to check them out. But let me ask you this, so what's your favorite dish?
Rundown.
Mackerel rundown.
What?
All right, cool.
Yes, definitely. I might think that.
So
with the yam and the dumpling and
yeah. With the coconut powder.
Yes,
powder and milk.
All right. You have two ways to do it. The new generation is basically going into the powder. See, it's more expensive if you do it with time consuming, I should say, not more expensive.
Greater the coconut.
If you get, when you're building a team though, you have to have people. Right, chefs? So it's just the love that you put into it.
Definitely.
If you want quality, it takes time.
It takes time.
You know, the quick fixes sometimes don't work. You get tired of it after a while. You want quality food for your money at the end of the day.
Exactly. So people, if you want quality, it takes time. But before we close up, I just want to say thank you very much for taking the time out this year. And people, come out and get in the belly full. May I get my belly full before me leave now? So make sure you come out and get in the belly full. And just leave them with one more thing you want to leave the viewers with before we go.
Wow. COVID has hit us deeply. I mean, everybody. And I'm saying right now, if you got anything that you want to do now is the time to start planting the seeds. The country's going to take a little time to recover. So be patient, dedicate yourself, be committed to the process, and I promise you will succeed.
All right, blessed. Roland, thank you very much for coming and sharing.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Right.
Guys, thank you once more for tuning into another Hidden Gems. Stay tuned for more awesome interviews and great content. Peace.
Peace.
Thank you for checking us out on Good News Jamaica TV for content that informs, inspires, and transforms. Please like, share, leave a comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more positive Jamaica content. Walk good